So I am from Lexington, Kentucky, born and raised, East Side bred, but South Side raised. I spent my entire upbringing pretty much on the South Side of Lexington, Kentucky. Spent a few months and years traveling here and there, but Lexington is my home. Sports was really big in my household. My dad was a baseball player. He instilled his passion and love for baseball into me and my brothers. Baseball was a way that I could connect with my dad. I started playing baseball at a young age, kind of for him. Figured out I was really talented, grew a love for the sport, and actually got drafted in 2001. Also had an opportunity to play college basketball, and so sports was definitely my passion when I was young. I really wanted to be a journalist. That was gonna be my major in college because I just love to write and tell stories of the underserved, stories of the voiceless. And so that love of writing turned into poetry in high school. And then in my junior and senior year, poetry turned into rap. And I just fell in love and became immersed into hip hop culture, and I never looked back. There was another transition kind of before I really started taking music serious. After I hurt my shoulder, got into some trouble in the minor league system of baseball, I ended up getting cut from the team and coming back home. I had 2 children at a young age, and so when I came home from baseball, no job, no money. I got 2 kids I gotta feed, no college degree, and really no direction. And so that's kind of when I went to the streets. That's when I was trying to figure out ways to feed my family. I was a single father. I was doing things I wasn't proud of. So I remember in 2005, 2006, I got saved, kind of dedicated my life back to Christ. And it was then that God led me back into the music as a way to kind of give myself direction and purpose. Hip hop, when you think of its origins, it was really created to be a revolutionary voice for the voiceless. So when you think of Public Enemy, NWA, Common, they spoke to themes that represented the most underserved parts of our country. They were telling stories that no other culture, genre of music was telling. It was a natural transition from hip hop culture into activism. I was a youth service coordinator at the time at Community Action. And I remember driving to work and I saw some kids that were at the bus stop with no coats. And I remember asking them why they didn't have one. And they talked about, my mom, there's 5 of us in the household, and she said she's got to wait a couple more checks. And it just made me remember the struggle of being a single parent, just trying to make it day to day. And so I said, I'm gonna do a coat drive. And I remember the first year that we did our coat drive, we collected like 40 used coats and we gave them away to kids in the neighborhood. And now 10 years later, here we are giving away almost 3,000 brand new coats every year. So I got into youth advocacy. I got into building my own nonprofit and figuring out ways that I could support people who were living in the same conditions that I was living in as an adult. I'm a spiritual person, so I just believe that everything that you go through in life prepares you for something that is coming up. All of those mistakes that I made in the past, I had the lived experience to be able to help these young kids who might be making the same mistakes or headed down the same path. And so I think that was the value that the mayor saw in me, hopefully, somebody that could be a bridge between 2 worlds. And that's what led to my current tenure in the mayor's office. Hip hop can be an outlet for those who may feel like they don't have one. How do we leverage this impactful and popular culture to young people in a way that can help them and not send them in a tailspin the other way? Hip hop is modern day poetry. Hip hop is a way that a lot of our young brown and black and even white kids, Asian, all kids are speaking to the community. And so art and activism to me is synonymous, no question. Devine Carama giving you bars of life to combat the bars of death. Yes, this is what art connects. I'm thinking of these young people dying, the youth using a gun against their brother, too many mothers losing their sons. Nah, OG, don't give them a pack. We need more OGs that'll give them the facts, knowledge and wisdom, proper nutrition, God over religion, college not prison. The cycle gotta end. We gotta love on our babies. This is the residual from drugs in the 80s, ops in the system, prosecuting addiction, generational poverty, opportunities missing. Too many young kings that feel like they nothing. So they join gangs just to be a part of something. This is the art of substance. Food for the soul. Lord, I'll take a role. We need an arc to fit all of us. Praying for single mamas and kids dealing with trauma. Gunshots at night, it's hard to dream with insomnia. Peace.